once again on time. That's what I'm talking about. I knew I could do it. Welcome, one and all. If you're new to the chat, we have a light conversation going here. All we really require is that you behave yourself and hit that like button. All we really require is that you behave yourself. Say hello to everybody. If you're a moderator or you've been here before, let me know. It's customary to always speak to everyone that enters the chat. And because I don't have my chat opened uh, on my streaming page, I'm going to use this little hand device. Uh, the problem about this is that you can't pin anybody, but I can surf. I can come to your channel, and I don't think you really need to pin anybody if you blue anyway. You can just go wherever you need to go. And if they want to come to your page, they just come to your page. So, the topic for tonight is, where do you want to be in 5 years? And how do you plan to get there? That is the topic. That's been the topic for the last couple of days because I haven't been satisfied with the answer that I have received as of late. My chat hasn't been very active, and through no fault of my own, I talk a little bit too much, and I'm concerned with not giving the chat a chance to discuss things properly. So I would be more than happy to take a back seat if anyone has something to say. I see we have a newcomer. Hello. Don't forget to hit the like button. And whether you stay or not, that's up to you. I normally expect people to stay at least a half an hour, you know, if they can longer. But if they can't, I understand. Just make sure you hit the like button so we'll know you came. And if possible, come by my page, check on any of my videos, and leave me a message that, hey, WC, I was in your live stream today. And guess what? I'll come to your live stream, or I will come to your page and I will look at your videos. And if we see eye to eye, and I think, you know, you might need my help, or you just need some fellowship or whatever, free of charge, any kind of direction. I don't believe in credit cards and, you know, all this other stuff. Once I get monetized, yeah, you can join me and do whatever you want to do to throw something my way, and then I'm gonna throw it right back to you, whatever it is. So that's how we gonna do it. For the most part, I I teach beginners, intermediate, and advanced classes in short stream videos, short content videos. Um, if you look at my description, I have over 1,000 short videos and long form live stream videos. But I'm not exactly a streamer. I'm still practicing at it, and I can't say I'm even close to being an expert. Maybe I'm average at the at the very least. I'm average. But when I began my live streaming adventure here on YouTube, I made a lot of mistakes, and I still make mistakes. Sometimes I forget the sound. Sometimes I knock things over. you know. Sometimes I shut people out. I didn't expect to shut them out. I pick up the wrong, like device, and I'm trying to search for them, and then didn't know I cut myself out of the live stream the other day. And so I do little amateur mistakes like that, but I'm just getting started really with my live stream, and I've only been doing that for the last year and a half or so. I took a long break, And before COVID, I took a break. And then after COVID, when I came back for a while, then I took another break. And now I'm here, and I went from 1,000. I went from, damn, I didn't even have 1,000. What did I have, honey, when we were doing those little skits? I had less than 1,000, didn't I? A little bit more? How much more? 1,500, yeah. Yeah. So I had 1,500. Now I have 5,000. Today I hit 5,000. Woo! And if you go to my live stream highlights, you'll see that. I made a little short stream video for prosperity, and end up being on for damn near 4 hours. So basically, I'm just keeping a promise to myself to try to be regular. And my new hours, because everybody used to say, "Oh, we don't know when to catch you. You come by whenever you want. Why don't you come on when you're supposed to, like everybody else?" I said, "Well, when am I supposed to come on? Don't you have a schedule?" "No, I don't." That's what I had to do. I had to make a schedule. Now I took that away from them. So if they want to come visit me now, they know I'm here every day in the morning, 9-ish. Try to be around 9 o'clock. And every night, at night, around 9-ish, you know. And yeah, you'll find me here. Hello, Philip. How are you? Blessings. I'm looking forward to the topic on this about I'll be in 5 years. Okay, let's hear it. I'm gonna pin you and give you a. I'm glad you are active in my chat. I like the way you spoke up. I'm gonna go to your page first. Okay. Uh, you don't have anybody. You're the perfect guy that I'm looking for. You know why? Because if you want to become a content creator, I can help you with that. But if not, welcome. I love supporters, and I'm gonna pin you anyway. No, I can't pin you. That's right. I can't pin you. I can't even pin you from here. Let me see. Because my device that I'm holding is it's not for pinning. So what can I do with this device? Well, I went to your channel, but you don't have any content. So yeah, I'd like to hear what you have to say about that. Where do you think you'll be in 5 years? And how will you get there? And what will you do when you get there? Where will you be in 5 years? Philip, I think he's writing it all down. I can't wait to hear that. So if you just arrived, please don't forget to hit the like button. The algorithm likes to know when the chat is active. If you have this little device and you can throw up some hearts, beep, 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 like that, or some happy faces, beep, 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 or even some party hats, beep, 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 beep. That's good too, because if you don't have nothing to say, then you hit these points they call reactionary points, and that lets the algorithm know that there's something going on in my chat. So Philip says, I have no idea where I'll be in 5 years, but I hope that I improve my life still working in the same industry that I am in. Okay. So you just want to hold steady, no plans. Okay. Well, that's acceptable. I mean, to each his own. Um, I'm going to try to get my monetization. I want to make sure Did I have a sound check with you, honey? Did you check your connection in there and see if I had a sound check? Okay. Um, I would like to get my monetization, so I need 3,600 hours, and I'm in the process of being ooh cut off my other page. I'm in the process of being current, you know, steady, showing up when I'm supposed to, all that good stuff, you know. And that's where I'm at right now. That's what I'm trying to focus on doing. But I need those watch hours, and in order to get those watch hours, I need to have some watch time on live stream. And so I'm conditioning myself. I'm practicing. I'm trying to edit my stuff a little bit better. I'm just trying to become an overall better streamer. I'm a much better creator than I am a streamer. And you'll see that if you ever go to my classes. I can break down some creative stuff in a minute. And I can tell you a little bit about moderation and the conduct in streaming as well. But, the proof is in the pudding, and you have to lay out the plans right when you're about to do a live stream. I don't want to get into the technical aspect of it because, like I said, I'm not teaching the class tonight. This is just to get myself in the habit of coming in, opening up my page on time, receiving my guests, you know, running through the topic, touching bases, visiting people, which that is something I could do. But Philip, since you don't have a page, I guess there's no way I could come and visit you. But he said, yeah, it's really good to have a goal. Definitely, yeah. Um, so that's the topic tonight. Can you tell me where you think you'll be in 5 years, or where you want to be in 5 years, and what will you do to get there? Or maybe you be like Philip and just be comfortable in your space right now. I've been there before. You it's real easy to kick back, and a lot of times you get so used to it you don't want nothing else. You know, as a matter of fact, some forms of comfort zone may be really good for you because then that keeps you from being out and about and doing the things you're not supposed to be doing. You know, especially like if you like being next to your wife at night when she go to sleep, you want to be there, or at least in the house. Uh, some people like being in the house. Some people prefer to stay away from crowds. And there are a lot of things going on out there. So those kind of goals are valid too. You know, but at the end of the day, we all have to decide what we want to do. And if you have that ambition and that drive to do something that's outside of your comfort zone, you got to make plans to do that, or you got to make efforts to do that. You got to keep that goal ahead of you, and keep it in mind so that when the time comes for you to reach for it, you know exactly how to get there. You know exactly you know what to reach for, and even if you have to take baby steps, have confidence. You know you're gonna make it because you made it before. There's things everyone has to overcome. One of them is birth. You have to fight your way out that womb. You know, and it's blood clogging up your lungs and your nose and everything. And the first thing you have to do is cry. Spit all that blood and that mucus and all that stuff out so you can breathe and survive from that point on. And your mother and your parents, they help you get to a certain point. But after you become military age and you're old enough to die for your country, then you become an adult and you have to fend for yourself. Unless you're fortunate enough to have a silver spoon in your mouth, or maybe a father and mother who's really protected and want to take care of you. Those people you need to look after when they get older. I want to throw that in there because I'm 67. I ain't seen my son in 2 years. I used to wipe his ass till he was able to walk, and then taught him how to use the bathroom and took him to school every morning, fixed his breakfast, everything. Everything. I haven't heard from him in 2 years. He's only in his 30s, but that's okay because I gave him everything he needed in life to get out there and make it. And if he wasn't doing well, I'm sure he'd be knocking on my door right now. So, no news is good news. I'm happy for him, and that means I did my job. So I see I got a few more people in the chat. If you just arrived, please don't forget to hit that like button. I won't keep you long. I can only see myself being on another 15, 20 minutes at the most. I want to give everybody a chance to get comfortable and get to know me. I'm WC. I've been at this since 2008. And like I said, I left before and I came back and then I formed a channel 2015. Stayed a little while, did a little bit more research, a little bit more, content. Wasn't making a whole lot of headway with that. Took off again, focused on my job. Came back, started another channel. Uh, Worked on that for a while. Took off again, came back. I think I done took off and came back at least about 4 or 5 times. But this last time I came back, I noticed something. Every time I come back, I always felt more renewed, more charged. Like after you have a good night's sleep or you eat a good meal and you rest, you feel so relaxed. And I started letting that become part of my life, where I wanted to check on my subs. I wanted to see what kind of content I was going to create. And then after a while, I started getting used to the idea of being a creator. And I just started focusing in on that until I got better and better and better. And I actually began to enjoy what I was doing. And then when I realized, hey, you got Mr. Beast out here, you got Cutie Pie, all these people making all this money, I know Speed and, Kai Sinat and all these. I said, hey, maybe I can make this a second living, something I like to do. And it's not a whole lot in the beginning, but once you start getting those advertisers coming in and people giving you donations, I was on a live stream before I came on. This one lady I know, she got like $300-400 in donations, and I'm so proud of her. She wasn't even monetized when I left. Now I'm not monetized. She monetized, and she doing better than I am. So if you want to be constant, if you want to be successful at whatever you aiming for, you have to be relentless and you have to be constant, you know, and you have to, try to stick and stay in your program, whatever it is, every day. Stick and stay. And eventually you're going to get to where you're going. Eventually you're going to make it to where you're going, you know. And if you want it bad enough, you're going to get there a little sooner than later, you know. So, my advice to anyone who has a plan for the future is plan to make plans and plan to stumble along the way. Plan for little obstacles to pop up. Plan for, you know, things that happen. Like Murphy's Law. Whatever happens will happen. If it's a possibility it's going to happen, yeah, it's going to happen. Be prepared for that. I remember when COVID hit and I had worked enough to save up a few nickels and dimes. And when COVID hit and there wasn't nothing going on, I was looking for a job. But thank God I had a few nickels and dimes saved up. And my credit was pretty decent. And it was hard being in the house all the time because I'm a hustler. I like to make money and take care of my family and pay my bills. But there was so many restrictions on that. I was in the food service industry. So many restrictions on the the way you handled, the crowds and the people and all that. And nobody was going out. Everybody was staying in. Nobody was going out to eat. Nothing, you know. So thank God I got in the nurses industry and I ended up being an in-home healthcare operator. taking care of the elderly, and I got certified for that. Now I'm in two different unions, you know, and I'm doing well, and I'm starting to see the light in this YouTube page. Today I marked a milestone today. My page hit 5,000 today, and it's all because of people like you in my live stream. People I come to know that support me, come to my videos, spend time in my live stream, give me thumbs up, you know, ask how you doing, you know, visit my page, you know, look at my content, look at my videos. Because of those people, subscribe to my channel. I am where I am today, you know. But I have to give thanks to myself and the Lord above as well, because I had it in my heart I was going to succeed, and so far so good, you know. But those 3,600 hours are evading me. And for a while, I don't know, my mind was playing tricks on me. And I think it was a couple of glitches in the YouTube matrix. And they said they was having a problem with keeping the regular count of subscribers over a certain period of time. And they corrected that problem. But I think they also had a problem with keeping the correct amount of hours, because I kept seeing my hours going backwards. The harder I would work, the further my hours would go back. And I sent them some feedback on it, and the only thing they told me was the subscribers. I know, don't tell me about the rules. If you don't make it within 365 days, they take all those hours away and you got to start over. I heard about that. But that doesn't work the same way as taking 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8 points at a time, hours at a time. Every time they calculate them up, you 6 hours less, you know, or you 10 hours less. And you've been active the whole time, right? Something not right about that, you know? And so I took another screenshot of my page and I sent it in. And if it happens again, I think they're gonna have to really start trying to get my hours straight, because I actually believe I have more hours than my page represents. But in any event, well, however many I got now, I'm gonna start from where I am today. I'm not gonna worry about the past, because the past, you can't change the past. And you can't be too optimistic or enthusiastic about the future. You know, the place where you're at right now, that's the most important place you need to focus on. You know, and if you focus on the here and the now, you'll be ready for anything that comes at you. And I say that in all sincerity, because I try to not look too far ahead of myself. If I can take care of what pops up today, I'm good. If I'm fortunate enough to be able to make some plans for the next day and the day after that, I'm even better. But one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to look back too much. Because if you look back, you stay back, and you might turn into a pillar of salt. So you better keep your eyes on the prize, like Jesse Jackson said, and turn your eyes unto the hills from which cometh your help. You know, and some of y'all know the rest of that. So keep it in mind. And I got Philip in my live stream, and I got my wife, and I can't see nobody else. And the little guy up there says it's 4 people here, and I don't believe it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call it a night. I see I got somebody else just checked in. Okay, they being they being like stalkers. They sneaking around. They not letting me know that they here. It's okay. You don't have to play with me no more, because I'm getting ready to go. I'm gonna be like a banana and split. Thank you, Philip, for coming through. If it turns out you're just a supporter, I am so happy that you joined me, because you made and you answered my question. So you know what? Tomorrow I'm gonna have another topic, and Anybody that comes in after Philip, you can thank Philip for that. And Philip, if you decide you want to be a content creator, please let me know and check out my videos. And please come back to my to my chat. And hopefully next time I'll have my other device up and I can make you a moderator. And if you get the chance, please stop by some of my videos and check them out. I hope you like music. I hope you like comedy. I always post a few new videos before I go into my live stream. And I put up a pretty good comedy act with Chris Tucker. You guys go check that out if you get a chance. And have a nice night. This is WC, your boy, saying take care of yourself so you can help take care of somebody else. All right. Peace.